Honorable Presiding Officer is now in the session hall. Shall we all rise?
Good morning, everyone. The 36th regular session is now called to order.
Gracious God, we thank you for your mercy and the opportunity to serve. We recognize that all wisdom comes from you, and your guidance leads us forward. As we begin our regular session, enlighten our minds and strengthen our resolve. Help us to make sound decisions that reflect honesty and concern for others. Bless our efforts today and allow our work to bring growth to our community. We lift this prayer to you with trust and gratitude. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, kailas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigiw, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pangaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Honorable Octavio for the recitation of panunumpa sa katapatan ng watawat.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kami anak ng Santo Tapato, at ibang tribong pinanggalingan di hadlang sa pagtaguyod ng matibay na mamamayan. Mula punto isang biyaya, likas na mayaman, lupain ay masagana, bigyang pugayang bawat, lumikha ng tagumpay, sa hirap at ginhawa, kami kaagapan. Polomolok tahanan ng muli, bawat tangkay, taas mo, iwagay may Panginoon, tanging Ama, bawat pagtahang itong buhay. Tumulog tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Nawang kamay pagtibayin ating katungkulan, ipagpunit isisigaw sa buong sambayanan. Ipagpunit isisigaw sa buong sanlibutan.
Please take your seats. Secretariat, please call the roll.
For the 14th time, the 20th Sangguniang Bayan is in perfect attendance, but time of arrival of Councilor Costas is 7 minutes after 9.
Congratulations. For that, we can proceed.
For the reading and consideration of our previous minutes, we have 2 minutes under consideration. First is minutes of the 32nd regular session held at the SB Session Hall on March 17, 2026, followed by the minutes of the 33rd regular session held at the SB Session Hall on March 24, 2026.
Any corrections to the 32nd and 33rd regular session minutes? On the 32nd regular session, the page wherein the deliberation for the unfinished business, that's page 6. Can we change the phrase, thereafter, upon motion of the presiding officer, the rules were suspended? Pwede ano na lang, we can directly state that the rules were suspended. And also, the spelling of wellness, it should not be, you check the yes, there's a dash. So, any more corrections from the body? How about the 33rd regular session? If none, those minutes are approved as read. Next.
And the 32nd is as corrected.
Yes, as corrected, sorry.
Now, for the privilege hour under question hour, we have no privilege speech calendar, so we'll proceed to the first reading and referral of proposed measures or communications. Number 1, we have e-communication from our municipal mayor dated April 6, 2026, addressed to the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan through Honorable Flores S. Bansuelo Carlos, Municipal Vice Mayor, the presiding officer. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. The LGU of Polomolok, through the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office, or MSWDO, with its available designated relief warehousing facility, is willing to accommodate the pre-positioned relief goods of the DSWD Field Office 12 to be used exclusively during disasters. In view of the above, the undersigned respectful requests the august members of the Sangguniang Bayan for the passage of a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, to enter into a MOA between the LGU of Polomolok and the DSWD Field Office 12 to effectively provide technical and relief augmentation assistance to Polomolok LGU in the aftermath of disaster beyond its capabilities. please see attached pertinent documents. Thank you and warm regards. Signed, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, Municipal Mayor.
There is no urgency being asked, but since this is only a memo, we will have this as one of our urgent matters unless the chair of the Committee on Social Services wants it otherwise. Okay, so the same is urgent.
Number 2 is fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Silwa 8.
To the Committee on Finance and Barangay Affairs.
Number 3 is an endorsement from the Office of the Ombudsman, Area Office for Mindanao, which was received on April 10, 2026. First endorsement, March 12, 2026. ICOM December 25, 10-1-2. Respectfully forwarded to Honorable Florence Jingle Bansuelo Carlos, Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer, Office of the Sangguniang Bayan of Polomolok, South Cotabato, for appropriate action, the complaint of Nelson Montes Arindaing against Barangay Captain Emmanuel Labrador of Barangay Magsaysay. Your formal notification regarding the action taken by your office relative to the above cited complaint would be highly appreciated. Signed, Anderson A. Lo, Deputy Ombudsman for Mindanao. And this is a case for abuse of authority, grave misconduct, oppression, illegal sale of quarry or public land, land grabbing, corruption, and violations of RA numbers 3019, 6713, 7160, Commonwealth Act 141, RA numbers 7942, the revised penal code, and other applicable laws.
What's the pleasure of the body? Committee on Legal Matters or Committee of the Whole? So it should be referred to the Committee of the Whole.
And number 4 is Barangay Resolution number 4 and number 5 are Barangay Resolutions of Barangay Poblacion. Number 26, entitled A Resolution Affirming and Reenacting Ordinance Number 12, Series of 2025, an ordinance promoting healthy beverage choices by encouraging the serving of fresh milk and other nutritious drinks in place of soft drinks and other sugar-sweetened beverages during barangay affairs, gatherings, and meetings in Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, and followed by Ordinance number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, also of Barangay Poblacion, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing the annual Saya Kabataan, a summer youth festival of Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, providing for its implementation and appropriating funds therefore.
The number 4 item will go to the Committee on Health. The number 5 will go to Committees on Youth and Finance. The lead committee is Youth.
6, 7, and 8 are ordinances from Barangay Palcan. First is numbered 1, Series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Enacting the Housefly Control of Barangay Palcan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, and prescribing penalties for violation thereof. Followed by Ordinance number 2, Series of 2026, which is an ordinance regulating the operation of backyard swine racing in Barangay Palcan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, and providing penalties thereof. And Ordinance number 3, current series, which is entitled an ordinance regulating the establishment and operation of poultry farm, both commercial and backyard, including egg production in Barangay Palcan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, and providing mandatory fees, and penalties thereof.
Number 6 will go to the Committees on Health and Environment, Lead Committee Health. Number 7 will go to the Committees on Agri and Health, Lead Committee Agri. Number 8 will go to the Committee on Agri.
And number 9 and number 10 are also ordinances of Barangay Kinilis. First is numbered 1, current series, which is an ordinance imposing sanitary landfill utilization and environmental service fees on all garbage hauling trucks dumping waste at the municipal sanitary landfill located in Barangay Kinilis, this municipality. And then ordinance number 2, current series, which is entitled an ordinance imposing an environmental fees on tourists visiting tourist areas within the jurisdiction of Barangay Kinilis, this municipality, and providing guidelines for its collection and utilization.
Number 9 will go to the Committee on Envi. Number 10 will go to the Committee on Tourism.
We'll proceed to the committee reports, and this morning we have 5 reports calendared. First is the joint report from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Committee on Barangay Affairs, subject fiscal year 2026 General Fund, annual budget of Barangays Kinilis, Bintong, and Magsaysay.
Committee on Finance and Barangay Affairs.
Good morning, everyone. This is a 18th Joint Committee report. That's April 14, 2026. From the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation and Committee on Barangay Affairs. Subject fiscal year 2026 General Fund, annual budget of the following barangays: Barangay Kinilis, Barangay Bintong, and Barangay Magsaysay. Facts and findings: the above measures was referred to wherein committees for review and proper actions on March 31, 2026. The Joint Committee held a meeting on April 6, 2026 at 9 in the morning at SB Conference Room, SB Building, this municipality, for the consideration of the above-mentioned measures was attended by the Joint Committee members and the barangay officials of Barangay Kinilis, Barangay Bintong, and Barangay Magsaysay, this municipality. Upon deliberation, this joint committee found the following facts: that the Barangay Kinilis has an annual budget amounting to 5,397,433, which was sourced from share from the National Tax Allotment or NTA, the 5,027,433. Share on real property tax is 250,000. Clearance and certification fees, 50,000. Community tax, 20,000. Tax on sand and gravel, 25,000. And other service income is 25,000, amounting total to 5,397,433. For above-mentioned budget was appropriated as following: the object expenditures in personal services is amounting to 2,249,000. MOE is 655,831 and 45 centavos. 20% Community Development Fund, 1,005,486 and 60 centavos. The 10% Sangguniang Kabataan, 539,743 and 30 centavos. The 5% Bidrim Fund is 269,871 and 65 centavos. Basic Services and Facilities Program is 187,000. Program projects and activities is 495,500, amounting total expenditures of 5,387,433. That the Barangay Bintong has an annual budget amounting to 4,352,932 and was a source of fund from the share from the National Tax Allotment or NTA is 4,302,932. Share of real property tax is 30,000. Community tax is 10,000. And clearance and certification fees, 10,000. The total of 4,352,932. The aforementioned budget was appropriated as follows: the personal services is 1,574,430. The MOE is 724,675 and 80 centavos. The 20% development fund is 860,586 and 40 centavos. The 10% Sangguniang Kabataan is 453,293 and 20 centavos. The 5% Bidrim Fund is 217,646 and 60 centavos. The Basic Services and Facilities Program, 235,800. Program and projects and activities is 304,500 with a total expenditures of 4,352,932 pesos. The Barangay Magsaysay has an annual budget amounting to 21,488,551 and 67 centavos, which was sourced from the share from the National Tax Allotment or NTA is 20,177,111. The share on the real property tax is 712,383 and 90 centavos. The community tax is 46,415 and 23 centavos. The other business income and permits fees is 1,820. Garbage fees is 100,170. Other services income is 11,623 and 50 centavos. Miscellaneous income is 95,210 and 50 centavos. Tax on sand and gravel and other quarries is 102,888 and 89 and 50 centavos. Fine and penalty service income is 1,260. Clearance and certificate fees is 166,083 pesos and 75 centavos. Registration fees is 18,040. And registration fee, tolls and terminal fees is 56,600. Rent income is 945,000 with a total expenditures of a source of fund of 21,488 and 551 and 67 centavos. The provincial budget was appropriated as follows. The personal services is 6,222,132. The MOE is 2,533,663 and 61 centavos. Property, plants, and equipment or PPA, 200,000. 20% Community Development Fund is 4,035,422 and 20 centavos. 10% Sangguniang Kabataan is 2,148,855 and 17 centavos. The 5% Bidrim Fund is 1,074,427 and 58 centavos. Program project and activities is 5,274,051 centavos and 51 pesos and 11 centavos. With a total expenditures of 21,480,551 and 67 centavos. As explained by the barangay officials, the budget was made in order to fund the projects that are relevant to the community. That the Joint Committee found that the proposed budget is improper, hence the same was moved for its approval. Recommendations. With the foregoing considerations, the committee hereby recommends the following: to adopt this Joint Committee report, to pass the resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 General Fund o Annual Budget o Barangay Kinilis, Polomolok South, Cotabato, amounting to 5,397,433. Resolution approving also the fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Bintong, Polomolok South, Cotabato, amounting to 4,352,932. And resolution approving fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Magsaysay, Polomolok South, Cotabato, amounting to 21,488,551 pesos and 67 centavos. To send this copy of this resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 annual budget and General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Kinilis, Barangay Bintong, Barangay Magsaysay, to the Commission on Audit and Accounting and the Municipal Accounting and concerned barangays. To take this urgent of this to decision, Madam Chair, and prepared by Honorable Elizalde Robero, the Chairman of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, concurred by yours truly, the Chairman on Committee on Barangay Affairs, Honorable Calixto Bisalada, Vice Chairperson, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation. Honorable Antonio Octavio, Vice Chairman of Barangay Affairs. Honorable Joel Falcon, Member of Committee on Finance and Budget and Appropriation, and members of the Barangay Affairs. Honorable Jerome Ante, members of Committee of Barangay Affairs. Honorable Ligaya R. Orbisido, Committee on Finance and Budget of Appropriation. Honorable Berry Bert Baitus Jr., Member Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, and Honorable Dave Amor, Member of Committee on Barangay Affairs. I so move, Madam Chair.
Said report is approved. Next.
The next report is coming from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation. Subject, Barangay Ordinance Number 39, Series of 2026 of Barangay Can Recite, entitled, An Ordinance Amending Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2011, otherwise known as the Barangay Revenue Code of Barangay Can Recite, Polomolok, South Cotabato, by adjusting fees and charges and imposing additional regulatory fees.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I am presenting now the 8th Joint Committee Report of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation in behalf of the Chairperson himself, Honorable Eleazar Jovero, the subject of which is about the ordinance amending Barangay Tax Ordinance of Canary Site. Facts and findings. The above measure was referred to the herein committee for review and proper action on March 24, 2026. The committee held a meeting on April 8, 2026 at 11 o'clock in the morning, SB Conference Room, SB Building, this municipality, for the consideration of the above-mentioned measure. It was attended by the members of the committee, barangay officials of Barangay Canary Site, and presided by the chairperson of the Finance Committee. During the review of the proposed ordinance, the committee found the certain fees and charges were increased while some charges were decreased. Specifically, the committee noted that the proposed fee for the installation of print advertisements within the vicinity of the barangay is lower than the current fee being collected. The Barangay Council explained that although the proposed amount is lower than the existing fee, the payment shall be collected on the monthly basis, whereas the current fee is collected annually. Hence, the proposed collection scheme will still result in higher annual revenue for the barangay. The committee likewise observed that the proposed filing fee for the Lupon cases remained unchanged. Some members of the committee suggested that the filing fee be increased in order to discourage the filing of the unnecessary or minor cases and thereby lessen the volume of cases brought before the Lupon. In response, the Barangay Council explained that the proposed filing fee reflected in the ordinance is the amount duly approved by the Barangay Council after deliberation. Also, during the course of the discussion, the committee members suggested several revisions, clarifications, and additional information to further improve the ordinance and make its provisions clearer and more consistent. Also, the Barangay Council manifested before the committee that they would revise the proposed ordinance in accordance with the suggestions and comments raised by the committee members and thereafter resubmit the same for further review. Subsequently, the Barangay Council complied and submitted to the corrected and improved copy of the proposed ordinance. Upon the review of the revised ordinance, the committee found the same to be complete, corrected, and in proper order. Recommendations. With the foregoing considerations, the committee hereby recommends the following: to adopt the committee report, to pass a resolution approving the Barangay Ordinance Number 39, Series of 2026 of Barangay Canary Site, Polomolok, South Cotabato, entitled An Ordinance Amending Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2011, otherwise known as the Barangay Revenue Code of Barangay Canary Site, Polomolok, South Cotabato, by adjusting fees and charges and imposing additional regulatory fees. To take this as an urgent matter in today's session. And so I move, Madam Presiding Officer.
Said report is approved. Next.
Next is the joint report from the Committee on Transport, Communications and Information and Committee on Rules, Good Government, Governance and Oversight. Subject Barangay Ordinance number 35, series of 20 to 26, also Barangay Countryside, entitled an ordinance prohibiting the use of all vehicles with an open pipe muffler or those that are defective or have been modified which increase the sound emitted by the production and discharge of something, especially gas or radiation, by all vehicles and penalizing owners or drivers in Barangay Countryside, this municipality.
Okay, thank you again, Madam Presiding. So this is the Joint Committee reports from the Committee on Transportation, Communication and Information and Committee on Rules, Good Governance and Oversight. The subject of which has been read by the Secretary. The facts and findings. The above measure was referred to the hearing committee for review and proper action on March 24, 2026. The committee held a meeting on April 8, 2026 at 11 o'clock in the morning, SB Conference Room, SB Building, this municipality, for the consideration of the above-mentioned measure. It was attended by the members of the committee, barangay officials of Barangay Countryside, and presided by the chairperson of the Finance Committee. The draft copy of the ordinance was formally submitted to the committee for thorough review, evaluation, and necessary recommendation prior to its finalization. The proposed ordinance seeks to regulate vehicle speed within the jurisdiction of Barangay Countryside, specifically to reduce accident in residential and school zones. The committee observed that the overspeeding of vehicle with modified muffler often resulting in road accident that endangered the lives of residents, especially children and pedestrians. The committee emphasized that the ordinance complement national laws by localizing enforcement and empowering barangay officials in coordination with the LTO, Polomolok LTO, Municipal Traffic Management Unit, MTMU, and PMP Polomolok to impose, sanction, and monitor compliance. Hence, the committee respectfully moved for the approval of the said measure, having found it to be consistent with its intended purpose and in proper form. Recommendation: with the foregoing consideration, the committee hereby recommends the following: to adopt this committee report and to pass a resolution approving the Barangay Ordinance number 35, series of 2026 of Barangay Countryside, Polomolok South, Cotabato, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Use of All Vehicle with an Open Pipe Muffler or those that are defective or have been modified which increase the sound emitted by the production and discharge of something, especially gas or tradition, by all vehicle and penalizing owner driver in Barangay Countryside, Municipality of Polomolok South, Cotabato, and be taken this as an urgent measure into decision. Prepared by yours truly as Chair of the Committee on Transportation, concurred by Honorable Bilibert Baitus, Honorable Calixto B. Salada, Honorable Antonio B. Octavio, Honorable Dave Amor, Honorable Ligaya Orbisido, Honorable Joe R. Falcon, and Honorable Jerome Y. Antis. So I move for the adoption of the committee report, Madam Presiding.
Said report is approved. Next.
Next is the report of the Committee on Health, Nutrition and Sanitation. Subject: communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, dated February 26, 2026, requesting this August body for the urgent passage of a resolution certifying the municipality of Polomolok, Province of South Cotabato as having complied with all the criteria for grade 1 of province-wide approach to sustainable sanitation, or FATS.
Before Honorable Salada will render his report, I observed that after our seminar 2 weeks ago, there's still no attachment as to the minutes of the reports. So I think we will maybe talk after the session, no, if whether to attach minutes of the meeting to your report, because here I observed that still no, there's an absence of the minutes, though officially we did not talk about it. Anyway, so may we have now Honorable Salada.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Good morning. 8 Committee Report, April 14, 2026, from the Committee on Health, Nutrition and Sanitation, subject as mentioned by the Secretary. Facts and findings. Number 1, the above mentioned measure was referred to the Committee on Health, Nutrition and Sanitation for proper action during the 29th regular session of the 20th Sangguniang Bayan held on February 27, 2026. During the conduct of the committee hearing held on March 26, 2026 at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, it was clarified that the Sangguniang Bayan, through the Committee on Health, Nutrition and Sanitation, shall formally endorse the municipality of Polomolok as having been certified compliant with the requirements for Grade 1, G1, under the Province-wide Approach to Sustainable Sanitation, or PATS. Number 3, in support thereof, records and validation disclosed that all barangays within the municipality of Polomolok have complied with the prescribed sanitation requirements and have established their respective sustainable sanitation programs, or SSP, thereby justifying a municipality-wide endorsement. Accordingly, the municipality has satisfactorily complied with the criteria for Grade 1, zero open defecation under the PATS framework. Number 5, the attainment of Grade 1 zero COD status signifies that households in the municipality of Polomolok have access to sanitary toilet facilities subject to existing regulations wherein shared toilet facilities are allowed for up to 3 households, and such shared use shall not exceed 15 members in accordance with prescribed standard. 6, hence, in line with the provincial targets, the municipality of Polomolok is among those municipalities in the province of South Cotabato that have attained Grade 1 ZOD compliance. Number 7, the committee noted that progression to Grade 1 basic sanitation shall require stricter compliance, including provision of shared toilet facilities, mandatory individual household toilets, and inclusion of sanitation compliance in public establishments such as schools, daycare centers, and other community facilities. Number 8, it was also suggested that housing renovation should require permits, thereby ensuring compliance with the sanitation requirements such as the installation of appropriate toilet systems, that is 3-chamber septic tanks. Number 9, the committee recognized that while for compliance with Grade 2 standards may be challenging at present, gradual implementation may be initiated, particularly in new subdivision developments, while existing structures may require phased compliance. Number 10, the committee also emphasized the necessity of maintaining the municipality's Grade 1 ZOD status while preparing for higher levels of sanitation compliance. Number 11, moreover, it was established that since the compliance with Grade 1 ZOD has already been achieved and certified in the municipality of Polomolok, the enactment of a resolution is necessary to formally secure the corresponding certification and endorsement. Number 12, in the course of the deliberations, the committee further resolved to amend the title of the proposed resolution from certifying to endorsing in order to align with the requirements of provincial government as recommended by Dr. Conrado M. Branya. Recommendations to adopt this committee report. Number 2, to approve the amended title of proposed resolution to read as follows: a resolution endorsing the municipality Polomolok, South Cotabato for Philippine Approach to Sustainable Sanitation PATS Service Level Certification. Number 3, to consider this matter as one of the urgent measures in today's session. Reported by yours truly, concurred by the Honorable Ligaya Arbesido, Honorable Angelic Dave Costas, Honorable Jerome Moyanti, and Honorable Antonio Octavio. So I move, Madam Presiding.
Said report is approved. Next.
The last report, is the joint report from the Committee on Housing, Land Utilization, Zoning, Urban Planning, Public Works, and Utilities, and Committee on Agriculture and Food Security. Subject communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor dated March 30, 2026, requesting this August body to pass a resolution affirming the municipality support and assistance for implementation of the several farm-to-market road construction and concreting projects in Barangays Poblacion, Canary Site, Upper Clinan, Maligo, Quiniles, and Palcan.
Honorable Baitus.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. Peace and blessings. Maing buntag sa tanan. This is a second joint committee report, April 14, 2026. From and subject already mentioned by the Secretary, facts and findings. Number 1, on April 7, 2026, the 20th Sangguniang Bayan, in its 35th regular session, referred this matter to the joint committees for appropriate action. Number 2, on April 6, 2026, a committee meeting was held at the SB Session Hall to evaluate and review the merits of the proposed measure. Present were the committee chairpersons, vice chairpersons, and members of both committees, together with the following resource persons. Number 1, Engineer Orly June Isbuot, Agriculturist 1. Mr. Samson Dumawan, OIC Municipal Agriculturist. Number 2, the joint committees reviewed the letter dated January 26, 2026, issued by John B. Pascual, DBM, OIC Regional Executive Director, formally informing the municipal mayor that the several proposed farm-to-market road, or FMR, projects under the Department of Agriculture Farm-to-Market Road Development Program have been officially included in the General Appropriation Act, or GAA, for fiscal year 2026. The total allocation provided for these projects amount to 180 million. The DA requires a proponent LGU resolution or endorsement expressing willingness to assist in acquisition of road right-of-way, allocate budget for the perfection of conveyance and documentation, support the planning, construction, inspection, and monitoring of the project, undertake operation and maintenance after turnover. Number 3, the joint committees also examined the communication dated March 30, 2026 from Municipal Mayor Bernie D. Palencia, endorsing for consideration the attached proposed resolution expressing support for the implementation of the farm-to-market road construction and concreting project in Barangay Poblacion, Canary Site, Upper Clinan, Maligo, Quiniles, and Palcan. These projects are essential for enhancing agricultural connectivity, improving access to markets, and strengthening economic productivity in rural areas. The mayor's communication reiterates the LGU's commitment to facilitate road right-of-way acquisition, allocate necessary counterpart funds, and undertake planning, monitoring, and post-project maintenance responsibilities. Attached to the communication and supporting documents pertinent to the FMR proposals. Number 4, after thorough deliberation, evaluation of technical data, and validation of the project's alignment with the municipality's agricultural and development priorities, the joint committees found the proposed project necessary, beneficial, and consistent with the municipality's long-term development goals. Committee recommendation. In view of the foregoing facts and after due consultation and deliberation, the joint committees hereby recommend the approval of the proposed resolution affirming the municipality of Polomolok support and assistance for the implementation of the identified farm-to-market road construction and concreting project in Barangay Poblacion, Canary Site, Upper Clinan, Maligo, Quiniles, and Palcan. The joint committees further recommend that the Sangguniang Bayan authorize all necessary committees required from the LGU, including number 1, assistance in right-of-way acquisition. Number 2, allocation of budget requirements for documentation and conveyance. Number 3, participation in planning, implementation, inspection, and monitoring stages. Number 4, support in the operation and maintenance of the completed farm-to-market road projects. Reported by yours truly, Honorable Bilibert C. Baitos Jr., concurred by Honorable Calexto B. Salada, MD, concurred also by Honorable Eliasar G. Hovero, signed also by Honorable Joe R. H. Falcon, Honorable Jerome Y. Ante, Honorable John Edward L. Lumayag. So I move also for the adoption of the committee report, Madam Presiding.
Said report is approved. Next.
For the calendar business, unfinished business, we have none. Business for the day, second reading for our urgent matters. We have 8 measures considered urgent. First of which is the request of our municipal mayor for the passage of a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to enter into a MOA with between the LGU of Polomolok and the DSWD Field Office 12 to effectively provide technical and relief augmentation assistance to Polomolok LGU in the aftermath of disaster beyond its capabilities.
Honorable Hovero.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. So with this, I move now to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, to enter into a memorandum agreement between the municipality of Polomolok and the Department of Social Service, Welfare and Development, DSWD Field Office 12, to effectively provide technical and relief augmentation assistance to Polomolok LGU in the aftermath of disaster beyond its capabilities.
The duly seconded by Honorables Orbisido and Amor, Falcon, and by everybody. So the same is approved.
So on unanimous sponsorship, Madam Presiding. Okay, for the next urgents are number 2, 3, and 4. These are all fiscal year 2026 general fund annual budget of Kinilis, Bintong, ang Magsaysay.
Honorable Buntuyan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the, pass a resolution declaring operational fiscal year 2026 general fund annual budget of Barangay Kinilis, Polomolok, South Tabato, amounting to 5,397,433 as embodied in its appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2025, and resolution declaring also the operational fiscal year 2026 general fund annual budget of Barangay Bintong, Polomolok, South Cotabato, amounting to 4,352,932 as embodied under appropriate ordinance number 1, series of 2025, and also resolution declaring operational fiscal year 2026 general fund annual budget of Barangay Magsaysay, amounting to 21,488,551 and 67 centavos as embodied under appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2025. I so move, Madam Chair.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
The next urgent. The next 2 urgents are the barangay ordinance of Canary Site. First is the ordinance number 39, current series, entitled an ordinance amending barangay tax ordinance number 2, series of 2011, otherwise known as the Barangay Revenue Code of Barangay Canary Site, this municipality by adjusting fees and charges and imposing additional regulatory fees. And this will be followed by Barangay Ordinance number 35, also of current series, entitled an ordinance prohibiting the use of all vehicles with an open pipe muffler or those that are defective or have been modified which increase the sound emitted by the production and discharge of something, especially gas or radiation, by all vehicles and penalizing owners or drivers in Barangay Canary Site, this municipality.
Honorable Amor.
Madam Chair, I move for the passage of a resolution approving Barangay Ordinance Number 39, Series of 2026 of Barangay Cannery Site, Polomolok South, Cotabato, entitled An Ordinance Amending Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2011, otherwise known as the Barangay Revenue Code of Barangay Cannery Site, Polomolok South, Cotabato, by adjusting fees and charges and imposing additional regulatory fees.
Any second? It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Next.
Hello. And for the third report from the Committee on Finance, I move now for a resolution approving the Barangay Ordinance Number 35, Series of 2026 of Barangay Cannery Site, Polomolok South, Cotabato, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Use of All Vehicle with an Open Pipe Muffler or those that are defective or have been modified, which increase the sound emitted by the production and discharge of something, especially gas or traditional, by all vehicle and penalizing owner driver in Barangay Cannery Site, Municipality of Polomolok South, Cotabato.
Second, please. It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Mga katulugan mo. Next.
Next is the request of our municipal mayor for the urgent passage of a resolution certifying the municipality of Polomolok, province of South Cotabato as having complied with all the criteria for grade 1 of province-wide approach to sustainable sanitation or FATS.
Honorable Salada.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move to pass a resolution endorsing the municipality of Polomolok for certification as compliant with the criteria for grade 1 of close open parenthesis, grade 1 under the province-wide approach for sustainable sanitation or PATS.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
And the last urgent is the request of our municipal mayor also for the Sangguniang Bayan to pass a resolution affirming the municipality's support and assistance for the implementation of several farm-to-market road construction and concreting projects in Barangay Poblacion, Cannery Site, Upper Clinan, Maligo, Quinilis, and Palcan.
Honorable Baitus.
Once again, thank you, Madam Presiding. I move now to pass a resolution affirming the municipality of Polomolok support and assistance for the implementation of the Department of Agriculture Farm-to-Market Road Development Program projects in Barangay Poblacion, Cannery Site, Upper Clinan, Maligo, Quinilis, and Palcan. Author, Honorable Bilibert C. Baitus Jr., co-authors, Honorable Calixto B. Salada, MD, and Honorable Eliazar G. Jovero, co-sponsors, all members of the joint committees. So I respectfully move, Madam Presiding. Thank you.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
For the scheduled second reading, we have none. Third and final reading, none. Unassigned business, none. Let's go now to the announcement.
Madam Presiding.
Honorable Orbisido.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. Good morning, everyone. To all members of the Philippine Councilors League, South Cotabato, and particularly in Polomolok, we will have our PCL monthly meeting this coming April 17, this coming Friday in Tibuli. I'll see you there. Thank you.
Honorable Salada.
Committee meeting on Wednesday, Committee on Health.
Madam Chair, also for the Committee on Tourism, Wednesday, tomorrow.
So, any more? Sans more announcements, then we will adjourn. Please rise for the closing prayer by Honorable Baitus.
Let's bow down our heads. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Sa ngalan na nag-iisang Panginoon, ang pinakamahabagin at pinakamaawain. Aming Panginoon, nagpapasalamat kami sa iyo sa gabay at pagkakataong makapaglingkod sa aming bayan sa araw na ito. Naway tanggapin mo ang aming mga pagsisikap at gawain para sa kabutihan ng nakakarami. Panginoon, patnubayan mo kami sa tama at makatarungang desisyon. Bigyan mo kami ng karunungan, katapatan, at malasakit sa bawat tungkulin na aming ginagampanan. Panginoon, sa panahong ito, na ang mundo ay nahaharap sa krisis at digmaan, aming ipinapanalangin ang kapayapaan, naway iyong pahupain ang galit, wakasan ang karahasan, at iligtas ang mga inosenteng buhay na apektado ng kaguluhan. Pagkalooban mo ng lakas at pag-asa ang mga naapektuhan ng digmaan, ang mga nawala ng tahanan, pamilya at kabuhayan, naway manaig ang pagkakaunawaan, pagkakaisa at awa sa puso ng bawat tao. Panginoon, pagpalain mo ang aming pamayanan, ang aming mga pinuno at bawat mamamayan. Ilayo mo kami sa kapahamakan at gabayan mo kami tungo sa kapayapaan at kaunlaran. Ang lahat ng papuri ay sa iyo lamang, Panginoon ng lahat ng nilalang. Amen.
Thank you, everyone. So what's the pleasure? We will...